What's up, people? Welcome back. I'm Old Spy, and we are continuing on in the Forest of the Fallen Giants.
I knew you'd be back.
And she knew we'd be back. Before we go to the next stretch here, we want to pick up, I would recommend at least two firebombs. And I guess we'll pick up a life gem too.
Thanks.
Alright, so now we're going to head down this ladder. Always be mindful of the corpses. Halberd guy comes charging over. But he's easy to get a backstab on. Soul item, which we have plenty of soul items for when we go in for our next level up. We'll have to use those. This door's locked. Cannot open that until we get the key after defeating the boss of the area. Same with this door here. Again, not a boss. Alright, so we're going to drop off here. If you continue up, that's actually the way to progress with the overall level. But there's some really important stuff over here, so we're going to hit up this area first. Lure this guy out by running after him. Just got to watch out for the arrows, because there's at least 3 archers shooting at you. There's one right there. Another one right there to the right. You can see the throwing knives are really damn good. Fighting this guy down here is a little bit easier. He's still a pain in the ass. Alright, this guy's next. You want to be careful. We're going to jump across there, but you don't want to do it and get hit by that guy. So, there we go. Watch out for the old classic FromSoft ball trap, although that one is definitely not nearly as effective as some of their other ones. And this guy. Now, actually, let's get rid of this guy first. Be careful so you don't swing yourself out of that doorway along with him. Ember Herb restores spell items, or spell uses, excuse me. We don't really need to worry about it. Alright, so we want to exhaust our dialogue with him.
I'm not. Why?
And I'll try to show you the point where that is.
But
First thing you're going to get,
have you?
he talks a lot.
Yes. Wait. Then what? Well, you look wonderful. Shit. Here.
Alright, so we get the house key, which will unlock the one locked door that we had in Majula.
What a joy to meet a kindred.
Alright, so now we just want to make sure
Something about
that he says that right there.
perhaps.
So once we take care of something, he'll move back to Majula once we clear out the house. So there is an enemy in the house that we'll need to take care of first. Actually, I think I'm just going to start using heavy attacks with this thing. So we're going to be stuck with it for a little bit longer. Broadsword. Not bad. Still hate it though. Alright, Titanite shard. Alright, so that's it for that part. Alright, first thing we want to do is get this guy over here. Can't get him. Didn't want to be quite there, but did demonstrate that he will. He will blow those barrels up if he hits them. Let's go ahead and throw the firebomb on there. Get it ready to go. So we're going to look at those barrels and we're going to launch. And we're going to open up a really nice shortcut. So that is what the firebombs were for. We don't really need them now. Let's see. Actually, we'll wait till the end here. All right. Now this next part that I'm going to do is entirely optional. You really don't need to mess with it right now, or if you end up getting killed in the process, it's not a big deal. Trying to get the backstab on this guy. Come on, man. That guy definitely demonstrates some of the enemy behavior that people hated about this game. Make sure, again, you don't swing yourself off. Now, see if we can get this guy to hit this particular set. Yes! Oh, come on. There we go. Alright, let's top off our health. And now we're going to climb up here and we're actually going to engage in a boss fight early. So you do fight this guy. You can pick up these items before he lands. You do end up fighting this guy, but later on. We're going to try to beat him here. Back away from that attack. Roll out of the way. This is what we want because it's really easy to parry. You can see it's going to take us a little while, but as long as we're landing our parries, it's going to be really easy. Stay away. Back away from that. That will curse you. 1, 2. He typically does 3 attacks. Sometimes he'll jump in the air and do a spinning attack. We just want to stay at range and bait out his charge. Come on, man. So that one, you just go towards him when he goes up in the air. does not want to do that charge move. Wants to draw this out as long as possible. Come on, man. No one's impressed. Come on, there we go. Really easy. Stay calm. and miss your parry. Alright, we were a little too far out. Please don't let us die here. That was helpful. I like to save life gems for boss fights because you can see you can move while you use them. So it is pretty nice to continue to get distance while you're healing. Four swings. And we're getting there. Whoop. Come on. Yes. Don't celebrate your victory because these three guys come to life and they can destroy you very quickly. Let's go ahead and do the old dash here. Prepare powder. Jump off. And let's head to the bonfire here. Alright, cool. Let's go to Majula. Yeah. So you get this Ring of Blades, which increases your physical attack. You can see it adds about 20, but it actually adds exactly 20 to your attack damage. Really good. Now we got 3 rings. And first, let's go ahead and take care of the locked house. We get a free Pharos Lock Stone. That's actually the second one that we have access to because the first one sold by Valencia, the hag merchant in the forest. Shards, torches. And back down. There's the map. That is actually a map out there. And we got this guy. This dude will parry you, so be careful. Even though he's not, I don't believe he's really a threat right now, but... Drops an effigy. And we get an Estus shard. And we also get... Soul Vessel. Which is what happens when Miyazaki is working on Bloodborne and other people take over souls. You get a respec. Just kidding. But yeah, the Soul Vessel will allow you to respec your character. Which, we're actually going to use it. But generally I don't. I like to create brand new builds instead of just recycling one character.
Oh, hello again.
Let's go ahead and talk to him. So we do want to buy some stuff. Let's start off with Falconer helmet, and let's go ahead and buy the Silver Eagle, and that should get him to move.
Came from the...
Whoops, didn't want to do that.
Thanks very much.
So next time we come back, he should be sitting right here, which lets you know that his inventory will have improved. We got 2 shards now, so we're up to 4, I believe. 4 uses. We'll go ahead and get a nice level going. And now, there will be a couple of blacksmiths that you'll be able to use your boss souls to create weapons, but I'm not going to do that through the walkthrough, but just note that you can turn those into specific weapons and items. So if you want to do that, then don't use them, but I'm going to use them. By the way, this is the Soul Vessel right there, which we will be using not too far off.
Is that a shard? Here, you see light. However,
Yeah, it's actually 2 shards. Now we can level up. 20 is actually a soft cap for them. So that looks pretty good. We're actually going to shuffle everything around and things are going to get weird here in a little bit, but for now that looks good. Alright, I think we are ready to head back in. Whatever. We'll go with it for now. Alright. Gonna head back out this way. Get our old friend back in here. What I just did was up on the left analog stick and R1. Basically the equivalent to the kick from the old games, which will break enemy guards, as you just saw. Jeez. Okay, down here, This is a trap. What I like to do is poke in. You'll hear him load up. Okay, why didn't anybody come out? This can be a bit tricky. But you will just get stun locked to hell by those guys. Like that. And then they just run after you. They absolutely know when you're hurting. One down. Two down. I do want to point something out too here in just a second. You absolutely do not want to come back here when you're fighting those guys. Because you get back here, they will destroy you very quickly. Got an NPC down there. We're not going to worry about him just yet. Soul item and a worthless shield. Alright, we're going to head down here. And we're actually going to use our first Pharos lock stone. Hit that and a couple of chests. Titanite slab. Which is the final upgrade piece that you need for a standard weapon. We will be using it, but we won't be using it for a little while. And the Chloranthy ring. Which, by all accounts, is a pretty useful ring. However, it adds that stupid effect. Absolutely hate that. It's probably better to just block when you see the white smoke. If you see green smoke, roll away. If you have a shield, I would recommend just blocking the white smoke, the crossbow bolts. Door that you can't open, but once again, attack it. This time, you are greeted by some idiots. Idiots that really want to kill you. You want to get them separated. Jeez. Kidding me, dude. Just die. One more in here. And we get a life ring and a large Titanite shard. I am actually going to put the life ring on. It's going to bump our HP up. And get rid of that stupid green effect. Now, admittedly, the effect is not as bad when you're not in dark areas. But it still just annoys me. Out here, let's talk to this guy.
Hello there. Well, I just
Go ahead and exhaust his dialogue until
I'll leave this one to you.
he says that.
I'm worried about what might be inside.
Alright, so obviously this is a trap. When you go through there, that drops, and you have to fight your way through. There's actually an easier way to handle it, which is what we're going to do. that's something that you deal with much later in the game. So we're good there for now. We'll go up this ladder. And get a crossbow, which I don't think I'll be using. You can go in there and take those guys out. There's nothing really worthwhile in there, so I'm not going to worry about them. But this is where we would have come into the trap. And you're going to see if you go this way, it is much easier to deal with because the enemies are looking the other way. They're waiting for you to be coming in from the other way. So they're not really paying attention. We'll take this guy out if we can. Pull out of there. Aromatic ooze, which is an item that you apply to your weapon. Let's actually start putting those on. We have gold pine resin, adds lightning, and this adds the aromatic ooze adds magic. So we got magic and lightning we can put on our weapons. And Dark Souls 2 is actually pretty cool for that, because you can stack quite a bit of elemental or magic on your weapons through imbuing them and then using the items like that. So it's really useful. So that gate closed, so we're heading back up this way. Probably should have waited. So now he gives you the white sign soapstone, which is the major co-op item. So if you're planning on doing some co-op and playing online, that's where you get that. Homeward and life gem. We are almost done here. Take these dudes out. Now, if you come up here, this is actually a trap. And we want to get out of there as quick as possible. We'll fall off. And we are almost at our shortcut. So we don't want to do that. I mean, that can be really frustrating. You get all the way around here. Shortcut is just through that fog gate. And you fall off and die. Not good. Now that that's out of the way, run up here. We get a halberd and a soul item, and the halberd is actually really good. I don't think we have the stats to even use it yet. Nope. So you need 20 strength and 14 dex, which we will have, but we don't have it yet. Another trap. This place is full of traps. even need that item. That door straight ahead is locked. Once it's another one of the doors that you need to defeat the boss first. Couple more things real quick. Got a large leather shield, which is, I think, another one of the parry shields. Although not as good as the buckler that we picked up. Fire arrow. And here's our shortcut. So that's the way to the boss. We're actually not going to fight him just yet. We are going to wrap it up right here. When we come back, we'll fight the boss and we'll be ready to head on. We'll hit up a couple more things and then we'll be ready to head out of the Forest of the Fallen Giants and get started on our next area. So I will see you then.